What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out channel. This is a product review. Excuse my voice is all broken, but this is a product review of this Sideshow Punisher statue that I just got. It's an old one, but I'm joined by my uncle here, who originally got us into the comic book. You've heard Kibler talk about him. He's the one who got us into all this comic book stuff. His favorite character is the Punisher, and he got me obsessed with the Punisher. So I thought it would be awesome to do a Punisher review with him and just to get his thoughts on it. So yeah, let's quickly give it a description of this product. It's an old one, 2009, so I'm old to the game, but this is something that I wanted to put on my collection. As you've seen, that I've got some of the other Punisher statues. It is it's made out of polystone statue. The height is like 20 centimeters by 9 and then by 8 dimension and whatnot. So it's like a 1/5 scale. It's not a 1/4, which I normally like, and it's not like the 1/6 Hot Toys that we got. It's a 1/5, something in between, but it still has a presence of like a 1/4 because of the demeanor and the artwork and whatnot behind it. It weighs about 5 kgs. The artist behind this, and I'm gonna butcher the name, so I apologize, but the artist deserves some credibility here. Martin Canel, Hanan Azcarite, Martin Dimonte, the Gore Group Team, Steve Riojas, Anthony Mestas, Heath Hammond, Mike Allen, and the Sideshow Collectible Design and Development Team. I'm sorry if I butchered the names. You guys know I can't read for shit, but I tried. The artists need their stripes and their recognition behind it. But let's get into it. You all know the Punisher. You all know that I'm obsessed with it. My uncle, like I said, he's the one who got me into the Punisher. It was his favorite character too. Sus, what do you think? Like, what do you think of, like, what, you know what, real quick, why is the Punisher your favorite character?
Because he's more realistic to me as a hero, well, an anti-hero. But from my perspective, I like the way he serves his justice. It sounds a bit kind of antisocial, but he kills who deserves.
Listen, we're not we condemn his killing, but we're just saying, like, you know, we don't approve of him killing people. But as he says, when he puts them down, they stay down. Put it that way. Yeah. Let's check out this box, though. I mean, I think the artwork, first of all, is great, and this is what the figure's gonna look like. Sosa's an artist. Oh, by the way, Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak to everyone who's celebrating. I know, in and out or whatnot, but I thought we'd throw that out there just because it is Eid today, and as you can see, we're dressed in the gowns.
We're dressed in the traditional manner for
That's
today.
it. Yeah. But yeah, like, look at the box. I mean, I think first of all, I got it. It's still in great condition and whatnot. The artwork of the box, I think, represents the figure. Yeah. Right, you can see the details.
Facial impressions is quite good.
Spatial details, the smoke, the colouring, in the side angle here. You can see the details in his arms, his biceps and whatnot. The back angle.
His facial impression is quite solid.
This one's a mean one, right?
Yeah, he's a mean one.
I think this one's been described as one of his meaner looks. Because I've got a few other Punisher statues where he's still mean.
He doesn't look like a younger version, more like a mature, like middle-aged type of character in this one.
Yeah. That's the other side. The back end of the description of the Punisher, talking about his background, which we all know, but it gets into details of coming from a born Italian Catholic New York City. I'm not going to go into all of it, but you know, Frank Castle or whatnot. War veteran, family gets unfortunately murdered in a park, which caused him to cause, the war on the streets.
War against criminals.
War against criminals on the streets. All right, let's open this up and see how it is. Give me a second, let me pause this. Alright, so taking out of the box, really cool poster. Again, representing what the statue is going to look like. Great detailed artwork here. So that comes with it, which is awesome. Let's put this aside. Jen, what do you think, Sus?
Oh yeah. Reminds me of another character I used to like.
Who's that?
He's oh yeah, Cable.
Cable, okay,
Cable.
okay.
Looks a bit like Cable.
Oh, 'cause he's got the gun and the beastie look. Yeah,
he's got that
yeah.
kind of neck, because of the heavy neck. Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, well here's all the pieces. Look at this. So number 292, that's the piece that I got out of 400. So it's a bit of an exclusive figure, right? I've bought 400 inspired by Ariel Olivetti. My bad if I butchered the name. But again, look, here's the base. You got all the bullets, the bullet shells, the details in the cracks on the floor, the stones. It looks pretty awesome. What do you think of that? It's got a bit of weight to it as well. You think that's
it's got weight. It is quite heavy. I like the way the bullet shells are just flying there. Yeah.
It's pretty sick, right?
It's fired quite a few, hasn't it?
Definitely fired quite a few. It wouldn't be a Punisher statue, is it, if there isn't bullets
on the floor.
Alright, let's check him out. Look at this. Look at this beast. Alright, let's get a close-up for you guys before we get into it.
Yeah, he definitely looks Italian there.
Yeah, he looks mean there. From head to toe. I like the details in his clothing, the what do you call it, the ripples in his shirt. Hair slick back. Got the knife, got the boots. Alright, let's set him up and then we'll go into more details of him. So, where is it? This one's going here. Is it going here?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. And then let's turn him up here. Who can move that side? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else, right? What's that little plastic on the side?
Oh no, it's empty.
Alright, cool. Then you got his massive, I don't know what kind of gun this is, but it looks sick.
Yeah, it's like one of those cable guns.
Oh, that's not the right way, obviously. There we go. Alright, very simple, right? There's not much in regards to the pieces, but I mean, look at the presence of that. Look at the artwork of that. I mean, he's a 1/5, so he's got giant art. He's got like a presence to it, and then the detail in his face, in his weapons, in his clothes. Let's get a close up on this.
And his gelled back hair as well.
His gelled black hair. The hair's from the gun. I mean, the pose is just intimidating. His face is intimidating.
Show the back.
He's got the gun shells here. I mean,
knife,
this is obviously...
There's knife at the back as well.
Knife at the back as well. I mean, this gun is obviously some kind of like... I mean, I'm not a gun expert, but some using big rocket launcher type rounds or something. I don't know. But you can see the gun. Absolutely awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to set this one up. The wife's not going to be happy that I got it, but you know, shit happens, innit? Looks awesome. The detail. He's like I said, this is one of the most intimidating looking figures from the Punisher. What do you think, Sus? What in regards to the artwork, the details? What's your thoughts on it?
Oh yeah, definitely. He is one of the more meaner versions with so much ripples on his muscles. You know, he looks like kind of like a sort of a John Romita Jr. type of drawing.
Yeah, I mean that could be the inspiration that they got from this. I don't know. He didn't say anything on the description from the inspiration.
But the way he's got the guns and everything, the bullet, it's also kind of very similar to like I said earlier, Cable. Yeah.
Yeah, because the gun, right?
The Cable usually uses this kind of weapons.
Yeah, and I don't know if these bullets go, because there's a little gap here, but I think that's just there for him to use as so because he's got the bullets here, but there's one little gap here which might be in that something that he's already used. But again, I love the details because I mean this material. I mean it doesn't sound metal and whatnot, but it just sounds solid though still.
I think it's not metal, but it's not plastic though either.
No, it's that polystyrene stone or whatever I read earlier. But yeah, I mean, I love this is an old one. Considering how old it is, I love the detail that they put in it. There's not much other like parts or head sculptures and whatnot, which is fine. It's just all one figure. Just the arm, which is detachable and whatnot. But other than that, I think it's a solid piece. It goes with my collection. The other Sideshow ones, I've got 3 Sideshow. It's my 3rd Sideshow one. Well, 4th one. I've got one 6 scale figure, and then 2 other what you call it, statues.
Sideshow.
All Sideshow. I've got one XM Studios one. There's another Sideshow that I want, which is a Punisher versus Daredevil one, so I'll get that in the future.
Which one is like a Frank Miller one, or is it just?
I don't know which one that was. It's inspired by actually. But I definitely want that part of my collection. As many of the Punishers I could get, I'm gonna go for. Excuse me. All right. But overall, I mean, I'm happy. Anything Punisher related, I'm happy, and I just love how mean he looks. And like I said, as a 1/5 scale, like you put him next to any 1/4 scale, he's gonna dominate. Obviously, could decide. But even if you put him next to a 1/4, if you put him next to a 1/6 scale, he's gonna dominate. But even he stands with a good presence, even with a 1/4 scale, just because of his presence, just because of the bulkiness of him, the bulkiness of his gun. He just fits well into.
It's like he's ready to fight Hulk or something.
Oh man, he's definitely going to war as he does. All right, well, just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, I know it's an old product, but it's new to me because I just got it, so I get the chance to see it in real life, and I'm really happy to put this with my collection. You'll see the pictures in the future when I pull it up, when I take this back to Dubai. But yeah, and I just wanted to get the review with my uncle. It's the first time, I guess, you've been on the channel, right?
This is the first time I've been on the channel.
Yeah, we need to get you on. I mean, my uncle inspired us with the comic book stuff, inspired my older brother with the drawing. I can't draw for shit, so I gave up on that part. But my uncle and Kibbs, they got the talent of drawing. So you know what, Sash, we should get you on a podcast and really talk about that.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, yeah, that's fine. When I'm free, I can come on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And like I said, you introduced me to the Punisher. As you all know, I'm obsessed with the Punisher.
Yeah,
it's your favorite character.
enough, I'm still obsessed with the Punisher at this age.
As weird as it is, the guy who loves to kill everyone, we don't. Trust me, we don't condemn all that shit. But he gets the job done, and he's relatable in the sense that, not to go into details, but sometimes when we were young, shit would happen, and you were like, man, I just wish a Punisher was on the streets to get rid of these bad guys.
Even nowadays, when you see things in the news about all these bad things happening, you think, oh, there was somebody like the Punisher, it could make a difference.
It could make a bad. I don't know if it's a good difference.
It sounds bad, but then it's which perspective you're looking at.
Exactly. As long as anyway, that's a long, deeper conversation.
Yeah, that's not going.
People might think we're crazy and whatnot. We're all about love and peace.
We love art and
storytelling.
statues.
Yeah, end of the day, it's storytelling about this character. And again, the statues, the figures, the story, the details tell the story that he's in. This tells a man who's obviously got like mental health issues. He's going through PTSD through war, and he's rage war on the streets. Man's going through issues, but just as a character, I love that story.
Yeah, I mean, like the way this statue's been done as well is amazing with all the details, and even though it's all about him holding a gun and being violent, the image looks quite dominating and quite appealing to people with artistic, abilities.
That's it. I mean, because you look at the cracks on the floor, he's been in a battle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? All of this says he's just been in a battle, and
this is like an aftermath of it.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely an aftermath. You got the funny shells and everything, but they really expressed that in the artwork that he didn't. It wasn't a friendly aftermath. It was obviously a Punisher style aftermath. Because like a lot of some other figures, you'll see them in action. With the Punisher ones, if you notice, it's always aftermath.
Yeah, but you see with the Punisher, we always only think that is violence and murder, but he clearly says it. If you're guilty, you're dead. He never hurts the innocent. He more likely he helps he goes to arm's length. He goes to whatever he has to protect the good people, to get rid of the bad people.
Yeah, that's it. And we've seen it. When he does accidentally kill someone in a crossfire, it hurts him, right? He gets depressed about it. He's never like ruthless about collateral damage, which in the real world that shit's easy. He
tries to avoid that.
Yeah. I mean, he says it straight. And there's a whole, in the comic book world, there's a whole debate on who likes him, who don't. Yeah. Some of the police they love him. Some of them don't. Obviously, the superheroes don't love him, but he still has all the respect for like Captain America.
But if you look at it, the NYPD, they love him.
That's it.
Yeah, they like him.
Exactly, and you know, people who are in the struggles, be it I'm talking like street life struggles in, you know, he's based in New York or whatnot. Some of them love him because they're in the hood, or they're in these gang related areas, or they're in these areas where, you know, the mafia or kingpin or whatever is doing what they're doing. And he makes it safe in the sense that he gets rid of the criminals. Whereas, you know, his argument with Daredevil is like, you put them in prison, they come out, they go back and do the same shit. You know, whereas some people, they support his ways, you know, in the comic book world, guys, we're talking about. But, you know, of course, the superheroes, the real superheroes don't like him, or they don't like his actions. I'm sure they respect him in a way, they want to help him. But, you know, they do not support his actions. Captain America's clearly made it clear that he doesn't support his actions. But the respect that he has for Cap, because Cap's a war veteran, is amazing. Like, he always respects Cap. If Cap tells him to stand down, he stands down. You know what I mean? I love that about him, the honor about him. He still has that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, look, that was our perspective. I'm glad I got my uncle in it because we got a chance to geek out about the Punisher. I mean, that's awesome because we got a chance to geek out about the Punisher as well.
I haven't geeked out for a very long time. It's been very long.
Well, I'm glad we got a chance to do this together. We'll get Uncle on the podcast. We'll get him to talk about his artwork, how you got started in artwork, what your inspirations were, and all that sort of stuff. Because I think that would be good.
Definitely, yeah.
Because you, like I said, you inspired Kibler, you inspired me. And it would be good to get your perspective on that. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's special.
I'd love to talk about that one day. Yeah, why not?
We'll do that. I think there's a story there. And it's going to pass through generations. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you inspired us. We're going to inspire our kids and whatever. We've got this podcast that inspires people. It you know, it leaves a like, I don't know if like a legacy or just your history of your art. You know what I mean? Like your talent. And I think it's great to just express that.
Just one thing I have to say, like we talk about the Punisher being all ruthless and violent and whatever, all these methods. Let's not always confuse reality with fantasy. Fantasy is fantasy. Reality is about peace and love. Yeah. And making good for other people.
Agreed. Well, on that note, let's finish it on that note because that's a good positive note. We'll leave you there. Guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Appreciate all the, support. Please like, subscribe and all that shit, and we'll catch you soon. Peace.